Hey guys, this is Drew from Hiking with Epilepsy, and we are doing a review today of the Nemo Kodiak. So let's go ahead and take a look.
Let's run over this thing. We're in the field. We have about, say, 20-mile-an-hour winds right now. I have this thing staked with mostly bushcraft made wood stakes. I do have a few that Nemo provides you with. They provide you with 6. Nemo did send me an extra few, but I wanted to go lightweight with my pack. So for my pack option, I figured, what weighs more? Adding more stakes, or just take 4 stakes, or 6, just take the 6 stakes, and instead of adding 6 more, I can make more in the field via bushcrafting with my Mora. So I brought my Mora bushcraft instead and made the remaining stakes. And now I want to give you my guys' first impressions of this in the field. Now we just did get a heavy rain. Without having that point guide out, which I do like that they give you the option to guide out more. I didn't go guy crazy. Get it? Guy crazy. I didn't guy out that point or that, but I did guy here. And as you can see with the guy lines pulling tension down, this thing is very stable. The wind just blew in and actually ended up blowing like branches, like full branches out that way. So I wish I can give you a good indication other than leaves blowing pretty fast. How hard the wind was, it just came in. But right now, of course, there's a soft breeze. So I got out that. I made wooden stakes for it. I don't know if you can see it. I dug it in real good. Same thing for that point right there. I guide that out, used 2 knots, overhand and safety, or a safety knot and overhand knot over there. Same thing, I think. There. Pulled them out so that way when the rain came down, it was going in. As you could see, the footprint, actually, the footprint that they sell for this fits this thing perfectly in line. When you have it lined up, it's perfect. It's not too far out, but not too far in that's ineffective. It works very well. Now, the inside of the tent, and I'll show you this. When you go in, you have these little Velcro points. Make sure they're unzipped. Okay. See if I can give you a good view. See those right there? There's a couple of those little tie-down Velcro points. There's another one right there that go in to the frame of the tent. And as you can see, it has like an A-like frame. So let's go into the meat of this thing. Okay, here's the inside. Now that's a Thermarest Neo Air X-Therm. It's a Thermarest pillow. I have my Trekology stuffed in, my Nemo Stalker. Now this is the Stalker that comes in this series. That's the Stalker down, 800 goose fill bag with the Thermogills, same as the Sonic has those Thermogills. I have slept in a Sonic before and it was super warm. So I was hoping that this thing was comparable to the Sonic. And to my delight, oh, it has 2 zippers, by the way. To my delight, it really was. So you do have to guy it out, to be honest with you, in my opinion, especially when it rains and it's windy out. And the guy lines actually are attached to the main body. You feed out through here. They're not attached to the rainfly. This rainfly has no guys attached to it, so if you want to attach any guy lines to it, you got to do it yourself. They give you all the points, and it's a good skill to learn. It's a good skill to know how to do. So like I said, I used this yellow high vis. I could use black. I guess it's black. I do have 50 feet of black paracord, but I had yellow shot cord on hand. I figured I'd use that, and this is all reflective. Guide down really well, and it does have this feature which I didn't even use yet. So let's go ahead and do that now. There we go. So there you can see ventilation. So now the biggest question is going to be about condensation tonight as we sleep in this thing. I have the rain fly on. We should have good airflow. It is a double wall tent. So if you include the rain fly, it's basically a triple wall, but it is a double wall on the inside. All the mesh zips up and panels out. So it is a very large tent. I will post the exact dimensions right here. I've done it before in a previous video, but to see it out in the field is a whole different ball game. Right now I'm at the Petona, Wharton State Forest. I'm out. So my goal is to just camp away from base camp to test the warmth rating on this thing. Now yesterday I camped out and slept at base camp, and it was 32 degrees, and I slept in the Nemo Stalker. I read one review on it on GovX where I got it that talked a lot of bad about it. But let me tell you guys something. For me, it was amazing. It was so warm. I stuffed my camera gear, all my battery banks, my Sawyer, and my phone, and the charged the little battery bank for my phone that I have specifically for the phone in there. It's gonna be out here for 6 days, so I brought a couple battery banks. It worked tremendously. Highly recommend it, guys. Highly recommend it. So if you're gonna get this set, next thing I need is a Nemo longbow, which is the sleeping pad that comes out in this line. Then I'll have the incomplete set. It's basically the same thing as the Tensor insulated Mountaineer. Same rating, same everything, just stealth colored. So I'm just waiting for that long wide to come back on sale, back in stock, and then I'm gonna grab one. And I had a question real quick I want to address before I go ahead and end this video. Someone asked me a question in a previous video on the Nemo Kodiak of whether or not it's the same as the kunai. I would like to address that question. I was in a kunai the other day. I will post a picture for reference right now. Okay, now that you saw the kunai, you could see not much difference. It's pretty much the same tent. I think this is more just the camo pattern. It does have these little camo patterns, same as the sleeping bag, the stalker bag. This is more for, I guess, a hunter. It's got the orange front, so you still have a reflective as required per hunting in most states. It does have the high-vis shot cord for the guidelines. It is basically the same tent. So what are your guys' overall impressions of this tent and this stalker line Nemo came out with? I think for a hunter, it's pretty cool, but I want to know your overall impressions. Why don't you guys go ahead and let me know in the comments below what you guys think about the Nemo Kodiak 2-person 4-season tent. I hope this helped you guys. Nemo Kodiak is an amazing tent. Overall, it is 10 million times warmer than that. I slept in that night one when it was 31 degrees out. It went below freezing. All my water bottles were frozen in the tent. And I woke up, even in the 0-degree bag, I was chilly night one. But since I slept in this, and I slept along the shoreline, where I had a lot of breeze everywhere I set up, as long as I guide out right, I haven't had any issues. So if you're thinking about the Kodiak, I know there's not a lot of reviews on it, but I highly suggest you guys consider getting the Kodiak. So thanks for watching, guys. I appreciate it as always. If you like this video, make sure you hit that like button, subscribe, and hit that little bell notification so you can be updated every time I upload a new video.